Hey guys, welcome back. Today we're going to be playing some 60 Seconds Reatomized. I've played a little bit of the game before, but it's been quite a while, so basically what it is we have 60 seconds to gather things around our house and our family members, and we need to get enough stuff to hopefully survive in our nuclear bomb shelter until we either get help or somehow make it out on our own. It's kind of just a gist of the game, but we're going to go ahead and get into it. We're going to go apocalypse mode. We're going to choose Ted. We got Little Boy, Fat Man, and Sarbamba. I think exploration time is 20 seconds, 10 seconds. Okay, so I think we're going to go, this is probably normal difficulty, we're going to go with that. Just going to get right into it. Essence of life, basis of survival is water. Okay, so we gotta look around, see where some stuff is. We need food and water are the main resources. We know we need Timmy. Timmy is a perfect asset. So we're gonna pick up Timmy. Pick up a flashlight. Some soup. Where? It's over here. Okay. We gotta toss these things in there. We gotta get the family next. Suitcase. Can't take the suitcase. Okay. Got some water. What's this? Nope. Oh, we're full. Oh, I feel like it was a big time waste. Okay. We're full. Go back here. We get water, food, water. Oh no, we need the gas mask. Okay, I think we made it. Alright, we made it with the gas masks. Got a couple achievements there, that's nice. It's always nice to hear. I said I've played just a little bit of the game. Definitely haven't beaten it before. Fly. Okay, so we got our notebook here. So it's gonna be telling us what's happening throughout the days each day. Day 1, all of us made it into the shelter just a second before the blast. That was a close one. As long as we're all together, we can make it work down here. Remember, hearing canned soup is healthy for you. When we opened the shelter door, we noticed some of the shelves were already stocked. We can't really say we recall putting all of the supplies down here, but we're definitely going to put them to good use. So we get one Boy Scout book, it seems. Well, looky here, one of us must have hid this inside a suitcase a while ago. It was lucky that we took that suitcase. We got bug spray. Our shelves are full of cans. We'll eat from cans. We'll sleep on cans. We'll even talk to cans. Some of us already do. Plenty of water means we don't have to worry about that for some time. So now we have to ration out our supply. I do know that from the basics of the tutorial, what it teaches us is that I'm hoping I get this right in a way that I believe that for food, people can go each person can go up to 4 days without needing food, and each person can go only 3 days without needing any water. So day 1, we're going to just get everybody going, and we're going to start that clock now for everybody. Being safe down here is much better than being pulverized out there, but that doesn't mean we don't want to go outside. Maybe we could take a walk soon. The neighborhood is probably more peaceful since the bombings. It's been 1 day. I don't know if 1 day we can say that. Alright, sounds like a lot of radiation seeping in right now. Day 2. We can take care of ourselves. This morning has been calm enough for Ted, and he's doing well. Mary Jane is feeling safe. Who wouldn't in this coffin-sized shelter? Dolores is fine and well, as much as anyone can be fine and well in this tiny shelter. Nothing new to report on Timmy. Alright, so we are going to skip everybody on food and water today. It looks like the area is still irradiated, and going to the wasteland right now is unsafe unless you don't mind getting sick. See, that's why we grabbed the gas mask. I'm pretty sure that if you take the gas mask, you can go out early on, and it's not an issue. We're gonna send Ted. I think we have to do that next step. So we're scheduling, okay. Should we start preparing for an expedition tomorrow? Yeah. Felt like something was staring at us from the corner of the shelter. We think it's a rat, at least it looks like a rat. A rat on a very good diet. We decided we need to do something about it. Or, to put it more bluntly, either it's him or us. Day 3. More radiation. As we're running around looking for something to smash that furry rodent with, it just disappeared, and so did one of our food tins. The question is, how did that devil fit it through one of those little holes? This morning has been calm enough for Ted, and he's doing well. Mary Jane didn't cause any trouble today, and no trouble dared to cross her path. If there's anything to report about Dolores, this is where it would have been written. Timmy seems okay as much as he can be in our current situation. We definitely need to hold off on supplies now that we're down 1 soup. Terrible. So we're 2 days in since we've rationed up, and that means we have 2 more days. Let's see, 2, 3, 4. On the 5th day we'll need to eat again, and on the 4th day we'll need to drink again. We need to make a choice for today's expedition. Which one of us is going to be the best fit for the wasteland and survive? I think we can go Ted. Oh, so we have to take the suitcase with us if we want to take more? Okay. Alright, so we're just gonna have Ted go out with the gas mask. Alright, so Ted's gone. We're on day 4. Ted left for the surface. We'll hope you'll be back soon. So, he has the gas mask. Water is what Mary Jane needs the most right now. If there's one thing we need, it's water for Dolores, and some water for Timmy would be nice. Okay, so yeah, this is the day where each of them need water. Timmy and Mary Jane are in need of some physical exercise. Letting them run outside in the wasteland seems a bit too dangerous, but they could play tag inside the shelter. It's not like we have any expensive vases or antique dishes down here to be broken. Should we let the kids play? Yeah, I think we can let the kids play. Day 5. Everything looks fine. I don't see anything broken. We should have seen it coming. Oh no. Oh no. Mary Jane and Timmy ran around way too fast, and before we could stop them, they crashed into each other and fell on the ground, causing our supplies to fly every possible direction. And they don't look guilty at all. They seem more cheerful. Good for them, but now someone has to clean up this mess. Mary Jane is no longer thirsty, Dolores is no longer thirsty, and Timmy is no longer thirsty. Day 5, we do need to feed them all. Where did that green puddle come from? Oh dear, a pipe is leaking green goo. That's not good. That's not good at all. We need to act now, and no one pack the mop. What do we do? Oh, I really don't want to use either of those. I think we let it go. We're gonna let the, oh no, you guys can't see what I just saw. Alright, thank you Mary Jane, Timmy, and Dolores. That's, uh-oh, I feel like this is bad, guys. We couldn't figure it out, so we just assumed that what a regular pipe would do in the event of a nuclear apocalypse and decided to ignore it. We've been feeling a bit funny today, though probably no connection to the pipe, none whatsoever. What the hell? Mary Jane went to bed her normal self and now she's all mutated. Oh, Mary Jane, what happened to you? Mary Jane didn't cause any trouble today and no trouble dared to cross her path. Maybe it's because she's a mutant purple freak. If there was anything to report about Dolores, this is where it would have been written. Timmy seems okay as much as he can be in our current situation. Alright, so we need to eat on day... What was it? We need to eat day 8 and drink day 7. Yes. We're fine. It's hard being down here. Living here, we need to make the best of it, or else we might find ourselves in even more trouble. Okay, she's still there. Doesn't seem to be any issue with her. It's hard not to worry considering our current situation. Some days we're still struggling to deal with this shelter life, but we can't lose hope. Dolores can't remain this thirsty for long. Some water for Timmy would be nice. Mary Jane isn't worried, or at least she's not saying out loud. So is it... Okay, yeah, we did need to drink day 7. Okay, we knew that. Yeah, okay. So we're just drinking. Day 8 is what we need to eat. Our hideout was approached by a man we didn't know. He claimed he used to be an accountant, but he now survives as a trader and a gambler. He offered us a card game for a bet of 2 water bottles. Shall we play? We don't have cards. We can't play. We're day 8. Where is Ted? Are we to assume Ted's not made it back now? Gambling is a terrible habit. What kind of example is that to set the kids? We need supplies, but we're not going to get them like that. We'd sooner rob somebody. We sent that man away. Good riddance. Dolores is no longer thirsty. Timmy is no longer thirsty. Mary Jane seems fine today. Hopefully it will stay that way. So day 8. They haven't complained about food. Maybe I was off a little bit on the dates. We're gonna hold off. If there's anyone who can rescue us from this hellish situation, it's our government. You can badmouth them all you want, but that probably means you're either a naysayer or a commie. We're good citizens, we've been paying our taxes regularly, so we're sure Uncle Sam is coming to get us. Well, except that one time never mind. The government people are coming, and we should keep our eyes and ears open for any sign of them. We didn't grab the radio. Day 9. See, I don't know how long that they're supposed to stay out on the surface if we send them out. I don't know if it's been too long for Ted, or if he'll come back just fine. If there's one thing that we need to do, it's use a radio on a regular basis to catch any emergency broadcasts that might be transmitted to our area. It's either that, or it's strolling around outside waiting to get picked up. The first option sounds a bit more sane. It's impressive how well Mary Jane is handling the situation. She looks fine today. Dolores is fine as well, as much as anybody can be fine and well in the tiny shelter, despite the dire circumstances and all the trouble we're going through. Timmy is being very brave. we're gonna hold off again because none of them said they're hungry yet. During the night, we heard some suspicious sounds coming from behind the door. When we peeked out in the morning, we saw a leather suitcase. It has no address or name on it, but we're pretty sure it's meant for us. Should we open it? We didn't do anything about the goo. So hear me out. We're gonna open the suitcase. More radiation. We look fine. I see no bomb in the shelter. Inside the suitcase, we found some soup. But yuck, it expired a long time ago. We're not feeling very well. Some of us spend the whole morning using the bucket in the corner. We're not accepting anonymous gifts ever again. Dolores has to drink sometimes. Timmy has been talking about nothing other than water. He should drink some. Mary Jane said she's fine and doesn't need anything. So, is Mary Jane actually fine? So we need to water both of them? They didn't say anything about food yet again. We've been smelling something funny in the shelter ever since we woke up. Sure enough, there was something or someone started a fire and it's already spreading. We can't save everything. What do we save from the flames? So we don't have a radio. We don't have a first aid kit, so we're gonna save the book. Ted? Dad's home! Yay! He doesn't look very good though. He looks very tired and like he needs some food. And what did you do, Ted? And that was close. We were able to put out the fire and nothing seems to be damaged, at least not very badly. Let's just hope this doesn't happen again, or we might need to call the firemen. Are there even any firemen left? Ted has safely returned from his voyage to the surface. Theater means actors, and where you find actors, you can easily run into mimes. So we approached the theater on our tiptoes, but in the end, we decided our need for supplies was greater than our fear of mimes, so we bravely went in to explore. There must have been one boring play if the only props being used were bottles. The scene was practically filled with them. Thankfully, some had water in them. So we got 3 water. We have expected the theater cafeteria to be in a sorry state. Surprisingly, atomic blast spared most of it, and we were able to admire the selection of food. It was very vivid. Small, medium, or large cans of tomato soup. We felt large cans were meant for us. Damn it, our gas mask was damaged during the expedition. We spotted some sort of vehicle just down the street, but couldn't get a good enough look at it in the dark. Maybe future expeditions will prove more fruitful. Ted is hungry, Ted is really tired, Mary Jane's diet could use a little food, Dolores is no longer thirsty, Timmy is no longer thirsty. Alright, so Ted is hungry, Mary Jane is hungry. Looks like the area is still irradiated. Going to the wasteland right now is unsafe unless you don't mind getting sick. We do mind getting sick, so we don't want to send anybody out. We have plenty of distant relatives, but none of them mean as much to us as Auntie Ada. She lives in the country, so there's a good chance she's still configuring her cow counting machine and not worrying about nukes raining down on her hen house. Too bad we don't have a photo of her, or do we? We put some photos into books a while ago after the giant coffee spill incident. Do we have pictures of her in the Scout Handbook? More radiation coming through? God, that's a hell of a face, Mary Jane. Looks like we got a picture. We knew it. We found the photo between the pages of our Scout Handbook. These handbooks are really handy, that's for sure. Ted's stomach is rumbling. Ted is still mighty tired and needs more time to recover his strength. All Ted wishes for are a few drops of water. Mary Jane is no longer hungry. Dolores has not eaten for a while. Timmy is very hungry. So we're gonna food everybody up again, which is... Okay, so wait, no. Mary Jane does not need food. We did just feed her. It said, Ted's still hungry. Dolores is not eating. Timmy is very hungry. So we need to food them up. And we do need to water Ted. Area still looks irradiated. Going to the wasteland is not safe. Alright. We're bored. No, really, we're bored. And we have to do something about it or we'll end up as some cannibalistic, post-apocalyptic savages armed with toasters. It's time to do something. We don't have... Whoa, what do you want to do with the gun? We don't have anything that we want to do, so we need to acquire a radio to make further contact with the military. Cool. We don't have one, so we're gonna have to wait until it's not irradiated outside. Everybody's chilling. We decided that staring at the walls in silence is a great way of passing this time. Ted is hungry. Ted still hasn't recovered his energy. Dolores is no longer hungry. She will not last long without water. Timmy's no longer hungry, and he doesn't need much, but he should drink. It's impressive how well Mary Jane is handling the situation. She looks fine today. So we need to get Timmy water, Dolores water. Ted should be fine without eating, I feel. Like, do we need to really feed him again? Our neighborhood is still highly radioactive. Trips to the surface are a big risk to our health right now. So it's not saying that... Like, did it get more radioactive? That seems more dangerous than day 12. We were admiring the radioactive landscape when we saw a young woman dressed in ragged camo clothing. She had a nasty-looking rifle, but she hailed us with a polite enough manner. She claims to be a hunter, tracking a big mutated spider. She ran out of ammo and told us that if we were to help her out, she would pay us back in a while. We have nothing to give these people who want our help. Which is, I feel like, not gonna fare us well. What phone is ringing? We don't have a phone down here. An armed person who murders things for a living? Giant mutated spiders in our neighborhood? We don't want to have anything to do with this stuff. Goodbye, lady. Ted is hungry. He's still tired. A few days of rest is what he needs. Dolores is no longer thirsty. Timmy is no longer thirsty. And it's impressive how well Mary Jane is handling this situation. She looks fine today. So, okay, we'll feed Ted. Contamination of our town is still strong. Scavenging in these conditions could result in radiation sickness. We had thought phone calls were a thing of the past after the atomic bomb obliterated everything in our little town. However, a phone booth on our street survived the bombing somehow. It seems to be ringing right now. Timmy. We're gonna send Timmy. Why? Because Timmy is our secret soldier. No, I really, we're gonna make Timmy go outside. He should be fine. We should have sent Mary Jane. Mary Jane's already mutated. Hey, Timmy seems fine still, though. When we answered the phone, we could clearly hear a gasp of relief from the caller. They introduced themselves as survivors from a nearby town of Hill Valley. We had started exchanging information when the call was cut short. Something must have gone wrong on their side. We hope they will get back to us. Ted is still mighty tired and needs some more time to recover his strength. Ted is no longer hungry, and he wishes for a few drops of water. Mary Jane isn't worried, or at least she's not saying it out loud. Today's been fine for Dolores. Like the good scout he is, Timmy is making out this... Timmy is... Timmy... I can't speak! Timmy is making the best out of this situation. He seems cheerful. So, it said that Ted wants some water. That's it, right? Yeah. Ted will get some water. It looks like the area is still irradiated. Going to the wasteland right now is unsafe unless you don't mind getting sick. I'm gonna hold out again. If there's anyone who can rescue us from the hellish situation, it's our government. You can badmouth them all you want, but that probably means you're either a naysayer or a commie. We're good citizens. We've been paying our taxes regularly. We already read this. This has already happened. We don't have the radio though. I think it's situational, telling us that we still need to get the radio. Alright. If there's one thing we need to do, it's to use a radio on a regular basis to catch any emergency broadcasts that might be transmitted into our area. It's either that, or it's strolling around outside waiting to get picked up. The first option sounds a bit more sane. Ted still hasn't recovered his energy, but he's no longer thirsty. Mary Jane could use some food. Water is all Dolores wants. Some water for Timmy would be nice. And he's very hungry. We're gonna send Mary Jane out, you know? She's mutated. She's mutated already. So we're gonna feed and water her. Feed and water her. So, Mary Jane, Dolores, and Timmy all need water. We're gonna send Mary Jane out. Life in the shelter can really put a strain on personal relationships. Privacy is a forgotten, impossible concept now. So even if you wanted to clear the air, well, the most private conversations are guaranteed an unwanted audience. Dolores and Ted could really use a quiet moment to talk in peace. How about a picnic in a nearby park? Yeah, you know what? You know what? Just go have a picnic in the park. With what food? You're gonna take our last can of soup? A couple bottles of water? Leave the kids alone? Cool. We're gonna let them. They're gone. They're probably not even there anymore. They're there. Ted looks fucking ragged still. Nothing like a romantic outing to a ruined post-apocalyptic park, complete with giggling and whispering, sweet nothings over a shared can of tomato soup. So they took a can of soup. At least that's how Ted remembers it. Dolores is unwilling to commit, but they both feel better today. So clearly, whatever happened has lifted their spirits. Ted is still mighty tired and needs more time to recover his strength. Mary Jane is no longer hungry. Dolores is no longer thirsty. She has not eaten for a while. Timmy is no longer hungry. Timmy's in terrible shape. We need to give him water now. I gave him... What? I thought I gave Timmy water. Oops. Alright, Mary Jane is going out. What? She can't take anything with her? Alright. Mary Jane, you're going out empty-handed, I suppose. She come back with something. Whoa, Ted is looking even more ragged. Mary Jane went outside. Let's hope she hurries back soon. Ted still hasn't recovered his energy. He's really thirsty and he is hungry. Dolores has not eaten for a while. Timmy is no longer thirsty. Food, right? Yes, and water. We've discussed everything we could and no one is willing to chat anymore. The silence is really disturbing. We should do something before we start talking to ourselves instead. We have no radio. I don't know what you want from us. So we made contact with other Wastelanders. We have to await further instructions from friendly Wastelanders and acquire a radio to make further contact with the military. Let's go, day 19. Oh, Timmy's not looking good. Oh, everybody's kind of looking pretty ragged now. There's nothing here. Maybe if we try really hard, we can hear the neighbors in their shelter. Ted is still mighty tired and needs more time. Damn, dude, that guy's tired. He's no longer thirsty or hungry. Dolores has not eaten for a while. There has to be some water left. Dolores should get it. Dolores is really tired. Timmy is really tired. So, Dolores needs water and food. I thought I fed her. I'm pretty sure I fed her. We're gonna run out of food, aren't we? It's high time we stopped wondering about what's going on and started asking questions, or at least listened to some reasonable answers. So how about tuning into a radio station and learning a thing or two about the brave new world? We don't have a radio. Day 20. They say ignorance is bliss. Another day without any clue what's going on might not nearly necessarily kill us. Ted is still mighty tired and needs more time to recover his strength. Dolores is still tired and can't seem to sleep it off. She's no longer hungry or thirsty. Timmy needs to rest a bit longer and he prefers apple juice, but right now could use some water. And he should eat something as well. Oh, we're gonna run out of food and water. I think I've been giving him too much food, to be honest. Our patience is wearing thin. We thought it might be a good idea to take a quick look outside to see if there's any trouble in the area. As we were about to step out, a pair of animal eyes flashed in the darkness and their owner started growling in a most terrifying way. We only had moments to decide what to do. Bug spray. Okay, everybody's still alive. Insect killing spray can't wipe out a mutated mosquito, as well as creatures lurking in the shadows. It didn't bother us again. Cool. He still hasn't recovered from his energy. Should drink something soon. Dolores needs more time to rest. She seems exhausted. Timmy is very hungry, keeps falling asleep in his chair, and he needs a few days rest. Timmy is no longer thirsty. Okay, Timmy, I think we need to feed you. You're gonna die. A few more hours of coughing and we get used to it. Our ventilation fans have halted and our fresh air seems to be circulating through the shelter. We have to fix it before we suffocate like rats trapped by a professional and very cool rat catcher. Maybe I don't know how the flashlight would help unless we needed to like see what's clogging it, or maybe the Scout Handbook could help us. I don't know. I don't know. It's an option, right? Day 22. Oh, Timmy seems better now. Oh God, Dolores. Using the handbook to research vent maintenance seemed like a fair idea. We figured if it's full of pointers on how to fix things, it must have a chapter on nuclear shelter air filtration systems. Before we could even check, we were invaded by a group of angry mutants insects which flew out of that cursed vent. Their stings hurt like hell and seemed to give us a fever. Ted is still tired. A few days of rest is what he needs. He's no longer thirsty, and his stomach is rumbling. Of course it is. Dolores is tired and can't seem to sleep it off. Water is all she wants. She's pretty fatigued, yet she came down with a sickness. I'm gonna be honest. Dolores is dead. Timmy is rested and he's no longer hungry. Yeah, Timmy's dead. Dolores is dead. For sure. She is tired, thirsty, fatigued, and sick. She's dead. She's dying. Oops. Whoopsies. Ted's getting the last of the food. We're gonna... Oopsies. As long as we have food and water, we can stay locked in, but we have to leave eventually. It would be good to head straight to safety instead of getting ourselves into more trouble. That's even possible in this situation. Our hope is that our brave soldiers will come to rescue us and take us to some well-hidden, well-stocked government shelter. Timmy has comics about those, so you know they must exist. All we need to do is make contact with the military. Yes, Mary Jane is back. She seems fine. What'd you get us? If there is one thing we need to do, it's use a radio on a regular basis. Yes. There's nothing that made us happier than the sight of Mary Jane returning to the shelter from the surface. Oh, cool. So, she can't talk to us, but we got a lock, we got soup, and we got water. Ted is still tired. A few days of rest is what he needs. No longer hungry. Dolores has not improved. She needs more time to rest. She seems exhausted. Mary Jane is quite hungry. We can't leave Timmy without water for too long. He's pretty fatigued. Okay, so we're watering Timmy. We're giving food to Dolores. Dolores. I can't get their names right. Giving food to Mary Jane. Dolores is dead. Ted's tired. Okay. We do plan on sending Mary Jane out again. I think it's a smart choice. We were paid a visit today by a young man worried about his twin sister who went missing in a bandit camp not long ago while acting as a spy and trying to get her hands on the plans of a new bandit fortress. He seemed to trust us fully and is very friendly, but obviously concerned. He asked that we come to his aid in his hour of need, and really good things might happen to us if we manage to succeed. Dolores is gonna die. It's a suicide mission. But I'm willing to trust her. She could do it, right? Right? Oh god, there's gunfire. She's still here? The young man was assisted by a group of other survivors, all armed but really friendly. We found the girl, threw her a weapon, and fought off the bandits guarding the exit. Siblings were happy to be reunited, but also very confused. Turns out the bandit leader is actually their father. Crazy. Small world we live in. Anyway, they were really thankful and promised to contact us again soon. Ted is mighty tired and needs more time to recover his strength. If Ted doesn't drink anything, he won't last long. Ted is pretty fatigued. Mary Jane is quite hungry. Dolores will not survive without any water longer. We haven't done anything about Dolores' sickness. Dolores is still tired and can't seem to sleep it off. I'm going to stop to read her stuff because she's just going to die. So we need to feed Dolores again. I guess the only thing we needed. Food, or water for Ted. Timmy should eat, and that's it. Sending Mary Jane back out. Okay. Well, Dolores has bit the dust. Mary Jane went outside. Let's hope she hurries back soon. Ted is still mighty tired and needs more time to recover his strength. He's no longer thirsty. If only we had a few drops of water, we could have avoided that. What happened? Dolores died of dehydration last night. Timmy's no longer hungry. Hey, it happens. Sorry about your luck, Dolores. A sleazy-looking trader carrying an equally scruffy bag on his shoulder paid a visit. He offered us a sample, one-time deal for just one can of soup, but we get the bag and all of its contents. We can't see what's inside, and the trader gives us an angry glance every time we take a step towards a mysterious bag. Should we make the deal? We don't have a can of soup. Goodbye, sir. We're gonna starve. Hello? Our grandparents always told us never to buy anything that wasn't Never to buy us anything sight unseen, and we're not about to start now. Gone are the times of yard sales. We can manage without whatever junk that is in that mysterious bag. Ted is still mighty tired. Timmy has been talking about nothing other than water. He should drink some. Water him up. A woman came by with a creature she claims is a camel. Provided that camels have 5 legs, the animal is carrying a pack of goods for trade. Offers 1 water in exchange for 1 chessboard. We have none of these things. Yeah. Anyway. Day 27. We're gonna start getting hungry. I just know it. In the end, we decided her offers were not for us. Maybe another time if she ever comes back. Ted should drink something soon. His stomach is rumbling. Timmy is no longer thirsty. We're either going crazy or this entire shelter is crawling with insects, or worse, it's worse. They're spiders, and it's not some miniature ones, but huge, furry, very creepy beasts. We've got to do something about them. Spraying with the poisons, what we should have done in the ventilation. Ventilation. It's ventilation. Why am I saying that weird? Ventilation. Ventilation. I don't know. When it's us or them, there shouldn't be any reservations when it comes to choosing your arsenal. Arsenal? Arsenal. What the fuck is wrong with me? We knew those spiders stood no chance against us. Well-aimed bug killing spray. Against well-aimed bug killing spray. I can't fucking talk. So we used it. When it was over, the few remaining spiders fled. We started cleaning and claimed the unexpected surprise. A soup can that we didn't notice before. It was well hidden in the shadows under a few layers of dead spiders. We can feed ourselves. There's a small muddy pond in the park nearby. Too bad we forgot our fishing rod. Perhaps we should try to fish something out of the nasty water using the old suitcase. That seems very unlikely, but we're gonna try it. Day 29. We got a map. The suitcase wasn't exactly waterproof, plus the pond water stank to high heaven and was weirdly green and probably radioactive. The suitcase might have melted a little, it was worth it though, right? We got a map. Ted's stomach is rumbling. Some water for Timmy sure would be nice. Yeah, we're not gonna read this again because we know it's the, yeah, it's just telling us to get the radio. We know we gotta get the radio. Harmonica? Yes, we know we need to get the radio. We need to get the radio. Ted isn't hungry anymore. He wishes for a few drops of water. Timmy is no longer thirsty. A young singer approached our shelter this morning, encumbered by 2 different guitars, a big backpack, and a weird contraption holding up a harmonica in front of his face. He asked for some supplies in exchange for a folk song or 2. Do we want to share? We'll give him some water. We're nice people. We're nice people. And we're all alive. He didn't kill us. This song's brought tears to our eyes. With good, talented Americans like that, hopefully the times are a-changin' for the better soon. The sound of his guitar kept blowing in the wind towards us as he was walking away. Our love for his music moved him so much that he even gifted us a working radio. We're up! Ted isn't thirsty anymore. Timmy seems okay, as much as he can be in our current situation. We looked closely at our map. We noticed someone had written a set of mysterious directions on one of the corners. Will it lead to some kind of treasure? it might be worth sending someone to find out. Sending Ted. We need Timmy. We need to keep Timmy alive. Hey! Mary Jane's back. The map directions were a cruel joke or just a child's playful imagination. We found nothing and only wasted our afternoon running around. Nothing makes us happier than the sight of Mary Jane returning to the shelter from the surface. We get a can of soup into water. So, is anybody else hungry? Timmy needs water. Okay. We got a little scared. We got scared a little bit today when all of a sudden our map just fell off the wall. Maybe our shelter is haunted. When the map fell down, it revealed some sort of safe behind it. We don't remember installing it, but we can probably crack it. Well, we technically have all the time in the world. Should we try? We're gonna crack the safe. Oh no, Dolores died! Still not certain how the map fell down. If it was some ghost playing tricks with us, it's a friendly one. Inside the safe we found some useful items, so we'll do this ghost the courtesy of not calling it an exorcist. And we got a can of soup. Alright, so we need to feed Dolores. Dolores is dead. We need to feed Mary Jane. Ted wants some water, and Timmy should eat. Sending Mary Jane back out. She seems to be doing great outside on her own. Ted looking a little ragged. Mary Jane went outside. Let's hope she hurries back soon. Ted isn't thirsty, but his stomach is rumbling. Timmy is no longer hungry. We were happy to open the door today and see some friendly faces. Siblings we were asking for our help yet again. They decided that a small tent is not fit to their group anymore, and they decided to start building a small camp. They could use anything and anybody they could get, mainly for constructing houses. We don't have an axe. Sorry, guys. Radio. We wish we had an axe. Its wood chopping qualities are quite useful, but it's even better as a deadly weapon against bandits. Either way, we obviously couldn't help our friends today. Ted isn't hungry. How about getting Timmy something to drink? He's not looking well. Okay, say no more. Someone paid us a visit today. It was an overly cheerful, red-haired woman accompanied by a grumpy, mercenary-looking type who was probably her guard. She told us she was a trader and eagerly showed us the items she brought along. We'll do this. We want a med kit for a lock. I don't even know why we need a lock. Day 36. We managed to work out a deal. The woman also gave us some tips about surviving the wasteland, but her advice seemed pretty useless. We already know the radiation is dangerous and that hitting a rat with a stick will eventually kill it. We thanked her and said our goodbyes. Ted should drink something. Timmy is no longer thirsty. Okay, so we're gonna listen to the radio. Good news, the government made a radio broadcast about extracting survivors from our area. The announcer asked everyone listening to wait a while longer and expect further communication in a few days. We'll be out of here soon. Ted is no longer thirsty. Timmy should eat. The radio of ours has been silent for the past few hours. We need our news. We need our music. We all agree that if it's refusing to cooperate, we need to meddle with it until it works. We should not do that. I think this is the time we don't mess with it until it works. Sounds like a broken radio to me. We're sure they're experiencing technical issues. Yes, that's it. Everything will be fine. Ted is hungry. Timmy is no longer hungry. Timmy has been talking about nothing other than water. He should probably drink some. So Timmy, Ted. There's a man on our doorstep and he wants to be our friend. At least that's what he says. He looks harmless, although he seems to have acquired an extra pair of arms as a result of some weird mutation. He assures us we will not get sick and asks for our help. If we could provide him and his group with some supplies, they would repay us by helping us fight off the next raiding party that comes our way. Should we accept his offer? I have to keep our stuff or we'll die from food and dehydration. Mary Jane's back, she probably ate them. She got a bunch of water though. No matter how many spare hands people have and how friendly they are, we simply cannot spare the supplies. We need to take care of our own, and the man was disappointed, but he understood. So, Mary Jane, she got us a checkers board, 2 water. So what do we need? Ted isn't hungry, Mary Jane's hungry, Ted wants some water. Or keep sending Mary Jane out. Sure, times are hard and there isn't much to shave anymore, but the beards are still not welcome in this house. Any means of cutting a beard is acceptable. Say the axe looks quite sharp. What axe? We don't have an axe. You hear more radio? No axe, no shave, maybe another time. Mary Jane is quite hungry. Ted is no longer thirsty. Despite the dire circumstances and all the trouble we're going through, Timmy is being very brave. It's about time we choose someone to scavenge the remains for our town. It's going to be Mary Jane again. Mary Jane went outside. Hope she hurries back soon. Timmy doesn't need much, but he should drink. Ted is fine. Some door-to-door salesman found his way onto our shelter. We remember him before the apocalypse. He came over with a bunch of leaflets and tried to convince us to join something called Astro Citizen, but we refused. Now he just wants supplies and says he will reveal some state secrets to us in return. We got plenty of water, so we can give one of those up. We are generous, so we shared our supplies with him. He tried to make us believe that America is a working space station in orbit, or rather had, since according to that guy it exploded when the bombs dropped. How convenient. A working space station. What a joker. He was probably so hungry and dehydrated his brain started playing tricks on him. If Ted doesn't drink anything, he won't last long and his stomach is rumbling. Timmy's no longer thirsty, but he should eat something. That's not great. How about we put that radio to good use? Something might be on the air even now. Knocks on the door. Day 43, we were able to tune in to get rid of just enough static to listen to a very energetic and lively speaker. He seemed well informed and mentioned a few helpful tips that should make it easier for us to survive the next expedition. Ted is no longer thirsty or hungry. Timmy is no longer hungry. Alright, skip today's rations. Our town used to be a very quaint and nice place before the blast. One of the townsfolk we often recall is the old man, Jim, who would sometimes limp through our street. Turns out he's alive and well and still homeless. Some things never change. He clearly misses us as much as we miss him. He's been banging on our shelter doors for the past few hours, asking whether we want to buy a rock. Buy the rock. Homeless men got nice rocks. Do we have the rock? I don't see a rock anywhere. Dude stiffed us. We opened the door and greeted the old man with a smile. He was eager to show us his bag filled with a rich choice of rocks and convinced us to take one for free for old time's sake. We agreed, carefully chose the best looking rock, and the man left. We can't complain. It's a good rock, really. Also, he claimed it brings luck. We'll see about that. Timmy prefers apple juice, but we should get some water. This morning has been calm enough for Ted, and he's doing well. We're happy to open the door today and see some friendly faces. We do not have the axe still. Sorry, guys. Day 45, we got Mary Jane back. She's gonna be very hungry, and she didn't find any food. It's unfortunate, but we don't have any tools. Mary Jane found a harmonica and 2 water. So she hasn't eaten in a while. If Ted doesn't drink anything, he won't last long, and Timmy is no longer thirsty. Maybe you'll feel better after this. A sleazy-looking trader carrying an equal scruffy bag. We don't have any food to give you, my guy. I'm sorry. Grandparents always told us never to buy anything sight unseen, and we're not about to start now. Gone are the time of yard sales. We can manage with whatever junk in this mysterious... without whatever junk is in that mysterious bag. Ted isn't thirsty anymore. Mary Jane is starving. We better get her some food today, or else... I don't know what to tell you. Everybody's hungry, but there's nothing we can do about it. It's a good day to go outside, stretch a bit, get some fresh air, toxic air, maybe scavenge a thing or two. We sure should use some extra supplies if we want to survive. Mary Jane is being sent out, probably to die, but who knows? Maybe she'll find some food out there. Mary Jane went outside. Timmy really needs food. He needs some water. There isn't enough food to go around, even if Ted has nothing to eat. Drink up, guys. Nade Army broadcast interrupted our, let's just say, call it breakfast. Anyways, they seemed very eager to evacuate us away from here. They went over several things that needed to happen before they do. So the first item on the list is up to us. We are given geographical coordinates and need to get out there and leave a sign that we're still alive. This should be easy with a map. I got the map. Quick glance at the map gave us all the information we required. We left them with a message in a bottle. We're gonna starve to death, guys. How about we put that radio to good use? Something might even be on the air now. The radio's broken. Oh damn it, something blew up inside the radio. The wretched thing caught on fire. We were able to put it out, but it doesn't work anymore. There isn't enough food to go around. We're going to starve. We've got to give ourselves water. Maybe that will help. Our supplies are scarce and our morale is low. You can almost smell the desperation in the shelter. We're pretty sure there's a small group of survivors nearby, mostly old folks from the retirement home. It shouldn't be hard to borrow some of their supplies. They're old anyway, and we need them more, right? Yes. Oh, well, we didn't get any food. Got bug spray. That doesn't help. Yep. It's today or never for both of them on food, it said. Someone knocked on the door. We were suspicious and cautious, but after a few minutes of talking, it turned out it was a group of old ladies who were at a tea party not far from here when the bombs dropped. Thought it'd be good manners to talk and open... Whoa. Thought it would be only good manners to talk to them face to face. When we opened the door, those old bats attacked us with their umbrellas, canes, and something that looked like a spiked table leg. We need to fight back. Bug spray into the face. Mary Jane's back with 1 can of soup. Whoa, it's big. Everybody eats. She drinks too. We'll send her back out. Oh dear, we just remembered we plan on taking a trip south in 2 months. If it's still there, we're going, right? We're pretty sure they don't bomb warm places. I don't know about that, but... let's just leave all those questions to be for now. Ted looks very weak. If he doesn't eat today, it might end really badly. Mary Jane's very hungry. Timmy's diet needs food. Guys, everybody ate. Timmy's probably the weakest, though. Ted, you could probably stand a chance of, like, not eating more. Gotta say, I gotta be honest. Oh no, Timmy's sick, but we got the med kit. Mary Jane went outside. Ted looks very weak. If he doesn't end today, it might end really badly. He needs some water. Timmy needs some water. Needed food and is not feeling very well. Apocalypse or not, we can't ignore our kids' educational needs. Timmy has spent too much time without reading a single thing. We need to get him to read again, otherwise he will grow up to be an anaphylactic savage. Read a book. What is that noise? I don't like that noise. Alright, so Timmy's not sick anymore. He's cured. But we do need food. The only book we have with us is a scout handbook, but it's more than enough to get Timmy reading. He might learn a thing or two, or two along the way. A thing or two. You might learn a thing or two along the way. We're chilling on that stuff. Hear that? Noise is coming from below. This is probably the right time to check out the manhole in the corner. The one that's been locked tight ever since we got into the shelter. Flashlight? It's an animal. Oh no, Ted got attacked bad. What the hell? We barely made it out alive. It was a giant mutated crocodile or an alligator or something with a giant mouth and plenty of teeth. Is anyone hurt? Ted is hurt. Ted was hurt. I'm sorry, everybody. I have neither of those things I can give these people. Today we were visited by a strange-looking little man who introduced himself as a trader. Little man. He insisted his prices are so low that it's practically like cutting his own throat. At least we could do is take a look at his offer, although for some reason we don't really trust him. Oh, everybody's still alive. Despite his desperate attempts to sell us all kinds of things, useless or not, we turned down the man's offer. It's probably for the better. He did look quite untrustworthy. Yeah, Ted, I'm sorry, but no, we can't do anything about your injuries, dog. We keep dreaming about those little things we did back in the day when there weren't so many bombs falling down. Not on our heads, anyways. Knock on the door. Okay, Ted's really sick. Who knows, maybe the new world will offer new opportunities and it won't be that bad. We know all this is bad. Timmy needs food. Timmy's getting water. Would you expect the post-apocalyptic to be a time of peace and quiet since you know most of the people aren't around anymore, yet here we have somebody at the door. We opened it up and encountered a strange-looking man in a blue jumpsuit who asked us to trade him a water chip. A water chip? What the hell is that? So we're gonna give him a water bottle. Ted is dead. But Timmy's still alive. Why is it the end? The visitor wasn't very happy that we didn't have a water chip or that we didn't know what one was. He did help himself to the water we offered him and explained that chip is the utmost importance. Before we learned anything more, he left for the wasteland. Ted died. Timmy needs water. The end. Of all the places we could have perished, this is probably the best one, or maybe not. We held out for 58 days. Wait, but Timmy's still alive and Mary Jane could come back, maybe. So if Ted dies, that's the end. I feel like Timmy could have made it to the end. I don't know why he couldn't be there. Why Mary Jane couldn't have joined us. Alright. Well, appreciate you guys stopping by and watching this video. It was a fun one. I think we're going to have to revisit the game again and try to see if we can actually survive, see what other outcomes that we can get. I think that 58 days is a pretty good first run for an actual first run to record. So yeah, again, I appreciate you guys stopping by and watching the video. If you did like the video, go ahead and subscribe to the channel so you can know when I'm putting out new videos and going live. I've been playing a lot of Hades 2. Roguelikes are probably my most favorite games to play. But yeah, leave a like if you enjoyed the video, and I will hopefully be playing some more of this game, and you guys will see me next time.